I don't normally do request videos, and I won't do many of them, but one of my Patreon supporters, Carl, asked me recently how to apply static grass, and I never done a video like this before because I kind of assumed everyone knows how to do it, but you know, I've been doing this for 20 years, so what I know may not, you know, a brand new painter know. So we're gonna do static grass because I just happen to be at that step here with my Blood Bowl Humies army team, whatever you want to call them. So we're gonna apply static grass to them. It is very simple to do. There's only a few minor tips that I can give for applying static grass. We need a few simple items, actually 2 simple items. We need white glue, wood glue, some of it's still on there, PVA glue, this is just standard Elmer stuff here, so we need that. And then we also need static grass. Most of this is Gale Force 9, some of it's Techstar, which I don't even know if they're around anymore. There's a little bit of Woodland Scenic in here and some other things. Usually come in small little containers like this. I transfer them to these little Tupperware things that are quite literally sandwich containers that I got from the 99-cent store. It's like $4 or something like that. And I knew that was going to happen. And you want, hang on. You want something shallow and wide like this so you can put large miniatures, you know, large bases into it. And you know, using it out of that small cup, you're just going to spill a lot of it. So this is a good, you know, narrow, it's not too tall, it's a very wide container. It's perfect for storing grass. And of course there's so many different shades that you can use. When applying the grass, I usually look for a shade that goes with the theme that the miniature is, like a desert theme miniature. I would put you know, dead grass on, or if it's something greener, where you'll use a greener grass, so something to keep in mind. Also, the color is used on the miniature sometimes, that affects it as well. For the Blood Bowl team here, since I kind of thought of a, you know, very lush football stadium lawn, we're going with the bright green, which I think this is Gale Force 9. I don't know if it's called light green or something else, might be called summer turf or something like that. This is what we're going to use. So before I reset everything here, I just want to mention real quick all this stuff here. These are grass tufts, and several companies make them. We got Army Painter, Warlord Games, Games Workshop. I'm not sure if they still make these or not, but these are really good. They do make them, and I got a bunch from Great Escape Games that I have not tried yet. This is not static grass. This is, they put down little bits of glue and use a little slightly complicated process to make little tufts of grass. So this is like static grass in little, well, tufts. And these you apply simply with pair of tweezers and super glue. Very easy peasy for that. But for the other static grass, let me clean up here and set up, and we'll quickly apply some. So all I have to do is get a little bit of white glue and thin it out just a bit with some water. I'm just using the water from my well cup here. It might be slightly dirty, but that's totally fine. You want to use an old brush. And let me set that off to the side because I didn't set up here yet. Take your grass, give it a good shake because it tends to clump, sort of condense. So you want to shake it up just a bit. And this is messy, so I tend to save all my miniatures and do them all at once so I don't end up with grass all over the place. Because usually you want to clean up your area after you're done doing this. And work on only just a couple miniatures at a time. You don't want to do like 20. And just use the brush and apply a little haphazard pattern of your thinned white glue. Normally I just do little spots of it, but with the Blood Bowl miniatures here, again, I want to make it look like a football stadium lawn, so I want a nice thick covering. But normally you just hit a few spots, random spots. And we'll just do 2 right now. If you do too many at once, then you risk the glue drying too fast. And applying it pretty thick so it can hold more grass. Okay. And we take our grass, shake it on. Usually we'll bury it a little bit. Shake it slightly, and then we'll just set it off there for a second while we do the next one. If it's hard to reach areas, you can try to use tweezers as well. That's perfectly fine. And we're just going to shake it off lightly. And I'm going to wait like 30 seconds so the glue kind of seeps into the grass. And then, you know what, I'll just turn the camera off and then we'll come back. So after about 30 seconds, you can be a bit more vigorous, shaking more of it off. Just want to set for a few seconds there. And we just set it off to the side. One thing I did forget to mention, very important, applying static grass is the last thing you want to do, the very last step. So the miniature has already been varnished. Don't do grass and then varnish, because you're gonna risk getting little bits of grass glued to your miniature, because this stuff goes everywhere. People tend to varnish after putting grass on, thinking that'll hold the grass on better. It's gonna stay. You don't have to worry about the grass going anywhere. And I've seen so many miniatures with bits of static grass stuck to them because they're now stuck in the varnish. So anyway, we're gonna shake off as much as we can, and then once again, we're gonna let it sit for a bit, about 15-20 minutes, till we can ensure that the glue is totally dry. While that's going on, I'm gonna finish up the rest of these miniatures, and we'll be right back. So it's been about an hour. The glue is all dry at this point. Now we have to take care of the excess. For that, nice big old brush. And normally I would do this over a trash can, but I don't want to move the camera because this makes a huge mess here. So we're just going to brush off all the excess. And what this is going to do, we're kind of scrubbing pretty hard here. This is not only going to take off all the excess, all the loose bits, but it's also going to help the grass stand up straighter. So we just got to do this to all the miniatures. Again, a lot better if you do this over a trash can, because you can see all the stuff coming off. This is the exciting part. So we are done. After brushing off any excess grass, you just want to take the miniatures, again preferably over a trash can, and just blow on them a whole bunch like that. Yes, blow your miniatures, make your little jokes. To blow off any little excess grass, you will get a few little strands, you know, still continuing to come off for a week or so as you handle them. But other than that, yeah, we're done. That's how you apply static grass, and it's looking pretty decent. Now, this doesn't have to be the end. You can always add more details. You can paint static grass. If you want to give it a little dry brush, you can do that. A little bit more of it will come off, but most of it will stay. You can add another type of static grass now, matching them, two different kinds. Always looks pretty good. Do like a dark green and a light green. Or if we want, we can add some of the grass tufts now. But we're just doing the static grass for these guys, and you see, we're all done. So these guys are good to go. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.